100 individuals, Olympians, athletes, models, dancers, soldiers, fighters, and all other expressions of fitness in between compete for the chance to win $230,000. This is the gist of Physical 100. Hey yo, what's good? Welcome to The Gist with me, Jared. I just got done with the season finale of Korean game show Physical 100. While this isn't a dramatized representation of competition like its 2021 counterpart Squid Game, Physical 100 is a reality-based competition game show. Men and women, younger and older, 100 different people across several athletic disciplines compete for the chance to win 300 million won or $230,000. I won't be getting into any spoilers here, but rather I'll just review the show in general terms. Right off the bat, I had a lot of fun watching this athletic and physique-based competition. I found the heart of the premise of the show quite intriguing. The game show aspect poses that they're looking to research the perfect physique, the perfect body. A complex venture, and in my opinion, that's something that's inherently subjective. But what drew me in was seeing how these different athletes would fare across physical competitions that not only align with their expertise, but more so expose their weaknesses, and therefore testing the will and the grit that these contestants have. Very quickly, the show provides individuals that you will be more drawn to and certain individuals that you won't like. To use wrestling terms, baby faces and heels. For me, I was rooting for more of the jacked and the swole dudes to win the competition. As a fitness enthusiast myself, I wanted to see individuals who participate in the same activities I do go far and hopefully win the competition. So the bodybuilders, the CrossFitters, the Olympians had me rooting for them. There were some competitors who I quickly disliked because of how they were portrayed in the show. Again, the showrunners likely wanted them to be conveyed as heels. And it worked. Early on, they showcased individuals who are very popular and prominent in the Korean culture. One of which I really thought was going to win it all. And convincingly. But I was so shocked when that didn't happen. Bonus points if you can guess who that is. Physical 100 was quite wholesome and heartwarming, especially in seeing the sportsmanship and the camaraderie between all the competitors. It filled my heart to see them root one another on and encourage one another to keep going. There wasn't much trash talk, which for me was pretty refreshing. I really liked how the show quickly built up tension and suspense. The showrunners and other individuals involved in shot selection and episodic breakdown did a really good job. The choice of where to put cliffhangers was executed very well. Especially as someone who was watching every single week, I was kept wanting for more. Shout out to the bingers, all episodes are out now. Another great aspect of the show was that the competitions were creative and intriguing. I found myself wondering, could I do this? How long would I last? Or what my strategy would be in order to win and dominate. I liked how there were individual and team-based competitions, though admittedly that did get a bit away from the premise, leading to a few of the issues I have with Physical 100. Having team-based competitions stands in some contrast to the premise of the show, finding the most perfect physique, and more so, whose physique is best suited for the most athletic challenges. When putting competitors into teams, you stand the risk of losing a formidable contestant all because they were on the wrong team. So to me, a team-based competition doesn't necessarily logically align with the actual point of the show, despite it actually being very entertaining. Again, I enjoyed both the team and individual-based competition, but couldn't help but think that some fierce competitors just got the short end of the stick. Another gripe I'll bring up is about the pacing of the episodes, being that we start with 100 people, and that there's certain people that the showrunners will probably want to showcase more. It takes a few episodes to thin out the herd. While you feel the stakes and are bought into the competitions, it does take some time to get familiar with the folks who eventually rise to the top. It's an inevitable part of the show based on how it's structured. I just found myself wanting them to speed it up a little bit, thinking, man, are we still doing this competition? Especially early on in the series. A final point to mention is about the viewing experience for Physical 100. I tried watching the show with the English dub, but honestly, I found it very distracting and lackluster. So if you're gonna watch this show, I strongly recommend that you watch it with the original Korean dubbing, with your respective language of choice for subtitling. There were times where the original Korean dubbing was a bit hard to follow, just in terms of who was talking, but I think it overall made for a better viewing experience. And that's the gist of Physical 100, an intense and creative series of athletic competitions that I had a wonderful time with. Have you watched Physical 100? Who did you think was going to win? What competition did you like best? Hit me up. Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll catch you next time on The Gist.